The storytelling style is interesting, like a person telling the story. October 8th, 1958 is a momentous day in the history of the United States and humanity. It marks the birth of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, a symbol of human ambition, dreams, and the power of innovation that pushes the boundaries of the world. At that time, the world was in the midst of the Cold War, where two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, were competing in every aspect, from politics to military to space technology. This became a new battleground for global power and prestige. The panic began on October 4th, 1957, when the Soviets successfully launched the world's first satellite, Sputnik 1, into orbit. The beep-beep sound emitted from space at that time was not only a radio signal from the satellite, but also a wake-up call for the United States, realizing that they were falling behind in advanced technology. Before this, the United States had no central agency specifically responsible for space. Projects were dispersed among various agencies, such as the Air Force, Navy, and the National Advisory Committee on Aeronautics, NACA. This resulted in a lack of unity and clear direction in research and development. Sputnik served as a wake-up call for the sleeping giant, prompting the U.S. government to expedite the creation of a new agency to directly address this competition. In less than a year, the government passed the National Aeronautics and Space Act of 1958, formally establishing NASA. Its primary mission was for peace and for the advancement of human science. This new agency transferred personnel and assets from NACA, along with the various military missile and space experiment programs, under one roof. From then on, NASA became the epicenter of humanity's dreams. The 1960s saw NASA's meteoric growth. The Apollo program was created in accordance with President John F. Kennedy's clear vision: the United States will put a man on the moon by the end of this decade. This declaration was more than just a technological goal, but it inspired a nation to collaborate like never before. Finally, on July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 made history. Neil Armstrong stepped off the lunar landing and set foot on the surface of the moon, uttering the words that will forever be remembered by the world: "One small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." The sound echoed the triumph of human effort, dreams, and boundless potential. After the Apollo era, NASA continued to push the boundaries of what's possible. From the Hubble Space Telescope, which opened up new perspectives on the universe like never before, to the launches of interplanetary probes like Voyager, Pioneer, Curiosity, and Perseverance, which deepened humanity's understanding of other worlds, and the International Space Station, ISS, a symbol of international cooperation. Today, NASA no longer works alone, but it has opened the door to collaboration with private sector partners like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Boeing to develop new space travel technologies that could potentially return humans to the moon under the Artemis program and even lead to future missions to Mars. Looking back over 60 years, NASA's founding was not simply a response to political pressures during the Cold War. It also marked the beginning of a scientific and technological revolution that transformed the world. NASA's existence is proof that a bold dream and action can take us far beyond the horizon. NASA is a symbol of hope, collaboration, and the power of human imagination. It reminds us that every great achievement begins with curiosity and the courage to try. While space exploration is fraught with enormous risks and costs, what we gain in return, not just cutting-edge technology or beautiful images from space, is the inspiration that inspires humanity to believe that nothing is impossible, as we continue to look up to the sky and dare to dream.